MMA Weekly. Last night, Daniel Cormier, Derek Lewis, Chris Weidman, Jacare says, these are the guys I'm gonna go over today. Told you I'd be here today. Let's go through it. I'm just gonna go right to the main event. I'll get to Jacare and Weidman in a minute. Best fight I've seen in a long time, I will say that. But as far as Cormier and Lewis, for those of you who didn't see it, was it was exactly what we thought. Cormier wrestled the shit out of him, just like we thought. Derek didn't get tired. He did his job. He stood up when I didn't think he could. And I mean, Derek's big in the chest, so I didn't know if Dan was going to be able to get a choke around him and get him in there good. It seemed like he was off to the side a little bit, if you ask me, but there he had enough power because Cormier is a very, very talented individual. I mean, he's literally living every MMA fan's dream to be double champion, an analyzer for UFC, ESPN. He said he got something big coming up, I believe. He's going to be working for SportsCenter as the fight analysis guy. He also watches other sports, football, baseball, basketball. So, I mean, he's a very knowledgeable man. But the first round, he did exactly what I thought. He stayed away from Derek. I can't even tell you if there was really any punches landed in this fight. I've seen one hit Cormier maybe in his left eye when he was taking Lewis down one of the 3 or 4 times he got him down. But ended rear naked choke, second round. Lewis was looking good in the second, throwing. He hit him with an ankle pick, man. Beautiful wrestling move. Can't tell you the last time I've seen it in UFC, or any MMA for that matter. He took him down with the front headlock, and Derek Lewis is real heavy on his heels. So he grabbed that heel, yanked it out from under him, took him down, mounted him. Derek gave the back. Dan jumped on it. I mean, I think he could have took him out of there in the first, but he gave it some time. Let Derek wear himself down. Rest is history. Now we've got a man that's defended the light heavyweight and heavyweight, dual champion, real champion, every definition of champion. Whether the John Jones thing comes full circle and he gets to fight Jones again, I don't even know. I mean, yeah, I'd watch that fight all day long. I really would. They're the 2 best ever in the division. But Jones said he don't want to fight him. He got nothing to prove against him. I mean, like everybody says, what Jones tested positive for in the second test, okay, is literally like spitting in an Olympic swimming pool. Like, he wasn't steroided up. Like, he wasn't Brock Lesnar. He wasn't these guys that, WWE style steroiding up. It wasn't anything. He beat DC. He beat him fair and square. Look, I'm a huge DC fan. You guys know this from hearing me. I think he's, honest to God, probably the third, fourth best fighter of all time. Everybody, you guys watch this know Anderson Silva is who I think is the GOAT. Followed by GSP, John Jones, DJ, then DC. It's a rough one. It really is. I mean, I love DC, but he's on a roll. I mean, he really is. He said he sneezed and threw his back out, so the man was sore yesterday. And like anybody that watches sports or fighting rather, and anybody that's ever did any sports, you practice, you train. You never go into a fight or even football 100%. Something's going to be sore. Something's going to be injured. Something's going to be whatever. It just is what it is. I mean, sorry, that was my commercial break, I guess. Back to it. It is what it is. I mean, Dan, I think he should fight another 2 years, to be honest. Whether he wants to vacate titles and whatever and fight whoever he wants to fight, like, I really don't want to see him go back down to 205 and fight Jones. I'd like to see him stay at heavyweight, although watching him against Lewis made me realize he is a very small heavyweight. 250 or not, he's a chubbier guy, if you want to call it that. So he wears his weight differently, like say than Derek Lewis did, and the other guys. Stipe, I think Stipe weighs in somewhere in the 240s also. So being the same weight, Dan still got a little pudge down here as opposed to up here where Derek Lewis is all barrel chested and, you know, a powerful, powerful man. Francis Ngannou. These are guys that just, if they had any kind of wrestling like Stipe, or Daniel rather, you know what I mean? If Stipe was smart, Stipe might have tried to wrestle him a little bit. From what I understand, Stipe got a pretty good ground game. We never get to see. Um, but I'm going to move on to the Weidman Jacare fight. My God, guys, Jacare just kept coming forward. He wanted this fight. It was 2 rounds to none, about to be 3 rounds to none. Weidman was piecing him apart, really was. He was hitting him 3 times. The Jacare's one, if that. Jacare's hands were down, more or less. You know, he holds him down here when he fights, as opposed to Weidman keeps his fists up. You know, he just got caught. Got caught. It looked like on the top of the nugget, which does hurt. Will put you out. If you've never been hit by it, it will put you out. A hard enough glancing blow like that will take you the fuck out. Third round, man, Weidman looked great. It was horrible to watch him. I mean, I'm not a huge Chris Weidman fan, but it was rough to watch. It really was. He was out. Jacare showed great sportsmanship too. He could have kept beating him. I don't know what this referee was thinking, but he's horrible. He should never work again. Jacare saved Weidman from being busted completely open. But Chris needs to quit fighting at home, I think. Seems like he doesn't do well at Madison Square Garden. I think that's his second loss there. Did he lose to Masasi there? Is that where he lost to Masasi? Or maybe lost his belt there? Anyway, I can't remember. We'll see where it goes. I think Jacare should get the next shot after Gastelum. And Whitaker Gastelum, that's really a joke fight. I mean, Gastelum loses to Woodley, moves up a weight class, and knocks out one guy and gets a title shot because he knocked out the ex-champion after he just fought 2 weeks prior. It's bullshit. It really is. There's so many more deserving people. Jacare and Weidman, Luke Rockhold, all these guys should have been above Gastelum. I don't know if it's because of the Latin American thing, or if it's, I don't know, he's a good looking guy, maybe that's what it is. They think he can sell fights. I don't know. I really don't. I know Whitaker has like no personality really, but I mean, they're fighters. They're not WWE actors. You know, they are. But we'll see what goes on with that. Hopefully Whitaker won't get caught, and we'll get to see Jacare, Whitaker, 2 real middleweights going at it. And I mean, I don't think Jacare can take Whitaker's punches. I really don't. I would have much rather seen Weidman, Whitaker, but it is what it is. I mean, he got knocked out. He should have covered up a little better. I mean, maybe last few minutes Jacare knew he was losing and was trying to take him out. But we'll see what goes on with this and see what we got coming up next here. I'm not sure what the next event is. I know Bellator has one coming up pretty soon, and as I always say, local boy for me is a guy named Dominic Mazzata. Give him a look. His name's the Honey Badger. I think he could do well. You might remember him getting knocked out by AJ McKee's head kick that he blocked, but still got him. He was a weight class above where he should have been. He just took the fight because, you know, if it would have went differently and he'd have did that to AJ, then we'd be see Dominic Mazzata and not AJ McKee. But I think Bellator needs to push this kid a little better. He's got 2 losses, AJ McKee and Cody Garbrandt. It's the only 2 men that's ever beat this guy. He's a 135-pound monster, he really is. He's got the takedown ability of Khabib, but his stand-up's just about as good, maybe. So, it is what it is. But, I mean, Difference between him and Khabib is he busts people open when he elbows them. But until next time, peace.